Hello, this is week 5. This week we're going to continue talking about traffic stops. We're going to address the inherent dangers associated with them and uh, more of a discussion slash lesson regarding sovereign citizens. And then I have a report writing assignment that's going to be basically, if you're familiar with the Parkland school shooting that happened, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago, or maybe thereabouts, and they the shooter was held in jail pending trial, right? And during his incarceration, he actually, uh, got physical with an officer in the jail, and so there was video of that incident. And so basically what I'm looking for in the report writing assignment is to basically for you to write what I would call a synopsis of the video. And so when you do a synopsis, you are it's like a highlight reel, right? You're gonna review the footage and you're going to extract kind of the relevant information that needs to be documented regarding the use of force. And so, specifically, the things that would allow a person to determine whether that force was justified or not justified. And so, when we're talking about justified use of force, we're talking about that there's a lawful objective and that there is a need to use force and that the force used was reasonable under the circumstances. And so that basically means that an officer with similar experience and training would probably do a similar course of action. And it's important to note that we are held to a standard of reasonableness, objective reasonableness to be specific. And so when a court is trying to determine whether an action was reasonable or unreasonable, they are going to rely on an objective analysis of the event. Um, and so our reports have to be able to document that. And that's why, like, we had that report writing exercise recently where you had to describe the aggressive person or the intoxicated person, because just stating that they were aggressive or just stating that they were intoxicated is not enough, right, to prove or to show the basis for that. You have to extrapolate out and say, here's the observations that led me to conclude this person was aggressive or intoxicated or whatever. So that's what I'm looking for when you write this report, that you're going to go kind of sequentially through the series of events, but you're going to talk about, what the subject is doing, what the officer is doing, and, you know, threat patterns basically that you notice associated with the suspect. And so that's the big assignment for this week. And then we're going to have the normal discussion boards that we normally have, which is kind of an overall discussion board where it's anything that we covered this week that you want to talk about or mention. And then uh, the uh, the police video encounter video, which I am going to kind of give a trigger warning on that this week because it is involving a line of duty death. And so um, it's, you know, it's kind of hard to watch. But the reason that I like that particular uh, video is because it doesn't just show the action, right? It's going to show the aftermath as well, as far as how the police respond to it, and kind of how it works out in terms of um, everything. So uh, I know it's a heavy topic, but I think it's necessary to, you know to highlight the dangerous aspects of the job, um, that people do die. while performing this job. And so it's important to realize that there is an inherent risk in what we do. So that being said, if you have any issues or problems, let me know. Um, and I'll see you next week.